Hello everyone, Anita here, and this is day 3 of the 30-day sketchbook challenge. Are you guys enjoying it? I most certainly am. We're going strong. I'm really proud of myself. Today's picture, I suppose, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore, guys. It's crazy how much I'm missing English words sometimes. I'm trying not to say the ums, and I don't have the breaks so much, but I still can't really find the words. It's like I really want to say too many things at the same time. It's just, and it's so embarrassing too. I know that English is not my first language, so I can't really expect, anything different, but I really want to improve my, the way I speak, so it's just hard. I don't know how to improve it. Do you guys have any tips on how I can improve the ums and the breaks and just, being cohesive, more, to the point, instead of just editing everything out in post-production? So, back to the topic. There we go. See? There we go. There's the So today we are working on this little lady. I really wanted to paint a very flowy dress, very chic and very kind of like, not medieval, I wouldn't say, but a fantasy medieval, So very long sleeves. I am not into Game of Thrones. I'm going to say that before anything, but I got the idea kind of from the movie, just because the clothes are so amazing, and I really wanted to paint those really long, flowy sleeves. Very impractical, but it's fun to draw. So I want to kind of get a gradient feeling and then make a pattern on top of that. So I went with gray, and it's a cold gray, and blue. However, when I was painting with that gray, it turns out that it ran out. I ran out of gray, and yep. 2 years ago, I tried to do the Inktober, and I used the Copics, and the biggest problem was that, I painted 4 days and then I ran out of my Copics. It wouldn't be a big problem if every single picture was separate, but I kind of was going for a story feel. So I made 4 and gave up for that reason. That's not going to happen here, guys, don't worry. So I'm trying to get that gradient going, even though the colors are running out. And I figured that I would get as much of that gray as possible. As you can see here, I'm really struggling. But after getting that first basic layer of gray, I just came back with a different blue, a bit darker, and I went a bit further down with that blue, just to cover that really light seam where the colors were meeting. And then I picked up a warm gray. I figured I wanted it to be a cold gray, but if you don't have what you want, then you use what you have. Is that how it goes? I don't know, but in this case it worked perfectly. I just layered the darker warm gray on top of the a bit lighter cold gray. And it worked fine. I was keeping in mind that there would be a pattern on top of it anyway, so it would kind of keep the focal point, the pressure away from the gradient. So you would first look at the pattern instead of the gradient. But it still took me quite a while to make it even-ish. And then I'm outlining everything actually with a very sketchy, very broken line of fineliner. I was just literally sketching with a fineliner, and I wanted to get that really dark feel to that dress, kind of going for a different feeling. I remember that back in the day, a few years back. Okay, that's a bit of an overstatement. A few months back, I was really into that sketchy line. I really liked doing a sketchy line with my fineliner, so I just tried it again, see how it went. I'm not going to use it a lot, but just for something different. So once again, that's what sketchbooks are for. And here I'm working on the skin. I wasn't really feeling that picture, I have to say. And especially the hair, because none of the colors, really fit. this dress. I would probably go for something like a deep orange or purple or red, but all I had was, the only color that came close was yellow. And so I tried to kind of make it seem a little bit more brown. I wanted it to be still yellow, like a very golden yellow. But, it was hard because I didn't have the proper colors to blend it nicely. So I did my best with the Copics I had and the colored pencils. And the effect was quite, satisfactory, just not exactly what I was going for. I'm doing some shading here and there. That was a lot of fiddling. More fiddling than probably was required because the effect is much less complicated than the amount of, fiddling that I did. And I came in actually with that black fineliner in more places than only the dress. I didn't quite like it, and that's just because recently my lining style just changed so much that black line just seems too harsh for me. Just watch the one day I will just skip lines completely, even though I don't like that look at all. I really like the look of lines. It just adds that, I don't know, like a finished feeling. I feel like a painting that's painting, not even painting, because illustrations, they have to be quite fast. And at least in my opinion, that's how I see it. They have to be quite fast, and if you work so much on shading so that you get a nice line in between certain areas, so that you don't need the lines, then it's not illustration anymore, it's a painting. So at least that's my personal opinion. Don't take my word for it. As I'm adding the pattern, I just settled. I wanted to make initially I wanted to make more of overall lace dress, but it felt a little bit too much, and especially for such a small painting. And so I've settled on just sparkles, just making it look a little bit more concentrated at the bottom, pearls maybe, I don't know, just some kind of sparkly thing. It really works well. I was really satisfied with how it came out, and so I'm not complaining at all. Just trying to add, extras here and there, fiddling a little bit more. And then adding this fan was really fun too. I really love fans. I always wanted to have like a lace fan like that. And then once again, I'm coming in with some gold gel pen, just adding that, more glamour to the dress. It looked really, really well. It made it really look more rich rather than just, plain white. It really felt richer, like a rich lady dress. And that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you would like to see the full version of this painting, then head to my Facebook page, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!